Dear Europeans, my name is Ahmed and I am a Syrian-German activist. I'd like to speak with you regarding the demonstrations being held here in Europe against the new Syrian government, and I kindly ask you to listen. I admit that we, the Syrians, have caused the migration crisis since 2015 and until today. The reason, as you have witnessed, was the Assad regime, and now Bashar al-Assad is gone. And as an indication that Assad was a cancer to the country, we have seen within just 4 months, hundreds of thousands of Syrians have returned safely to their hometowns from inside and outside of Syria. We also notice in Europe some demonstrations are just trying to criminalize the new government and attack it. Regretfully, a large number of those demonstrations were just spies working for Assad regime in Europe. They used to spy on us and send reports to Assad regime in Syria, and the regime would then go after our families and imprison them to punish us here in Europe. After investigating some of those standing behind the protests, we found that some of them used to work in the prisons, killing the detainees with their own hands, which is not a joke, by the way, and they ended up in Europe eventually pretending to be victims. However, authorities have been informed so that they can be prosecuted here in Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, these people do not want the majority of Syrians to live in peace. That's why you'll see them in the streets protesting and claiming that the new Syrian government is killing minorities, oppressing women, or that it's a terrorist government. But the reality says otherwise. The majority of Syrians have united behind this government and the new president as well. We Syrians understand that many European societies feel like we are a burden. But believe me when I say it, we want to return to our homeland to rebuild it in safety and peace. And this thing needs time. We have lost 2 million martyrs in prisons, and millions of us were displaced, all because the Alawite minority wanted to rule and control Syria over the majority. Please do not let them fool you into thinking that Syria is not moving forward. Most of them were Assad spies, and they do not want to return to Syria because they're too scared to be held accountable for what they did to us here in exile. And lastly, thank you so much for listening. Here speaks Ahmed from Mr. Foundation, and you can follow for more. This word of honesty in this video was my message for today. Godspeed.